What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball video here today, where today we're going to be clearing up a lot of misconceptions involving spoilers and supposed leaked images from Dragon Ball Super that's been going around in the community, not just here on YouTube, but on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, alongside various different websites in which I will show you guys here today. Now, I've been bombarded with questions, with tons of people having to DM me on Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram at Unreal Studios and UnrealDBZ, alongside tagging me on Twitter, asking me questions if in fact certain things were real that were circulating in the community, in which people have found on Facebook or various different websites. Now, throughout the duration of this video, I will be showing you different examples of what is not presented as confirmation that's been, of course, circulating this entire community within the last couple of days, and it doesn't really surprise me because this thing more or less happens every single time we have brand new spoilers, every single time VJump or any other credible source releases scans or information. We tend to have a lot of people just hopping on Photoshop and just creating lots of stupid things that have nothing to do with anything that's correlating within Dragon Ball Super. So if I end up hurting your feelings, then to that I say, oh well. Now, if you guys remember a few weeks ago, we actually had this image circulating in the community in which people were saying, look, we have brand new confirmation that Vegeta surpasses Goku, Gohan ends up fighting Jiren, the whole spiel. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that, number one, if you pay close attention, there are two episode 118s depicted here with horrendous bios for each episode. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Of course, I had people DMing me on Instagram and tagging me on Twitter. This was already confirmed to be fake, so there's no surprise there. However, we jump into the following image here, in which we have supposed quote-unquote leaked information for episode 116, 117, and 118, which I will tell you right now, this is fake, because Herms98, Yonko Productions, Anime AJ, Ken Zyro, the main publicators for scans and translators, have not confirmed these episodes at all. So if you guys see this floating around, just know that right now this is 100% fabricated bullshit. And I do have to thank a few of you guys for sending this to me over from the Facebook page in which you found this at. Now, let's go ahead and read into this BS just to inform you guys how stupid this is. Now, I think it says episode 116 debuting on November 4th. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that episode 113, which is supposed to be the encounter with KAULIFLA Goku, actually airs on the 28th. And we understand that episode 114 is going to air the week after, on the weekend of the 4th and 5th. So how in the world do we just skip episode 115 and jumping straight into 116? But nevertheless, it says here, episode 116, Jiren on the move, TOPPO's battle with Frieza. And the bullshit description goes, Universe 11's TOPPO targets the remaining warriors of Universe 6. Before TOPPO can attack, he is met by the unexpected entry of Universe 7's Frieza. Frieza goes against TOPPO, beating him to the edge of the ring as Jiren awakens and goes on the move. This is BS. There is no confirmation of Frieza having to have any sort of engagement with TOPPO. None of this is true. Let's go on. Episode 117, I do believe, premieres the week after, supposedly, and the BS title goes, Jiren versus Golden Frieza, the unanticipated arrival, and the bullshit description goes as follows. In a climatic showdown, Golden Frieza defeats TOPPO, BS. Jiren returns on the stage and battles against Golden Frieza. With his astonishing power, Jiren beats Frieza near the edge of the ring until Son Goku arrives to save Frieza. Jiren awaits both. Again, fabricated BS, not true. If you guys see this floating around on Otaku Art, comicbook.com, or on Blasting News or any sort of website, this is complete BS. Episode 118, the BS title goes as follows, the uncomparable warrior of ultimate power, and the BS description goes as follows. After saving Frieza from Jiren, Universe 7's Son Goku and Frieza team together to fight Jiren. With Frieza in critical danger, Son Goku reawakens his ultra powers to face off against Jiren. Dispo appears and attempts to attack an injured Frieza, but I can tell you what happens after the but. The but part comes in the form of, but this is fake. So none of this is true. I saw a ton of you guys asking me about this, I'm letting you know right now that no major translator, no major publicator actually put this out in the open. So as goes everything else, this is complete and utter nonsense. Do not buy into this. People are going to tend to continuously put out BS. Just be smart enough to know that if Herms didn't put any information out, that if Kenzaro didn't put any information out, that if Yonko Productions or myself or any other credible Dragon Ball YouTuber has not put any information out on this, it is fake. Now we go into the next shot here, and as you guys can see, someone on Facebook quoted in saying, OMG, we have 3 new supposed Dragon Ball films coming in 2018, 2019, and 2020. This is fake, fake, and fake. There is no confirmation, first off, that there is going to be any specific movie. What is confirmed is that the official Dragon Ball 2018 domain has been purchased, which kind of hints that there's going to be maybe a movie, not a few movies, but a movie. And if we do get a new movie, cool, but I can rest assured that there aren't going to be 3 back-to-back-to-back movies, because again, where are you getting this nonsense from? This is nonsense. No other credible source had confirmed 3 Dragon Ball movies, and in fact, I actually saw this on Instagram. So again, people are spreading some BS around saying that, oh look, there are going to be 3 Dragon Ball movies dropping within the next 3 years. That is not confirmed. It's kind of funny how they have Timebreaker Bardock and Mira and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and even Zamasu in the picture, whatever that means. So in case you guys are wondering if there's going to be 3 films, that is fake baloney. In fact, if there is going to be a film, it's going to be one singular film until, of course, they decide to make more, but there is no confirmation on 3 films. Let's move on. Now, again, going back to Facebook, there are a few people that seem to be in denial about Hit being in the Tournament of Power. It's been confirmed in the show. It's been confirmed so many times. I made a video about it myself, and again, I will say I hate to break your hearts, but Hit is gone. And this person here says Hit fights again in the next chapter, whatever that means. A photoshopped image, obviously, of Hit hanging on to the tournament stage while the other part of his body actually falls over. And I've seen tons of people actually fall for this, and again, I don't understand what the point actually is in trying to tell people that Hit is still around when in fact he's not. Hit himself even confirmed by saying, once I realized I wasn't able to end it in one hit, my loss was confirmed. So Hit is gone, guys. You need to just move on from that. I understand that Hit is very credible as a fighter. He's a really cool character, and I understand that even though Zeno didn't tap his face on the God pad, Zeno didn't tap his face on multiple fighters in the tournament, and they ended up either getting erased or wrung out. So let's go ahead and transition forward into the next shot here from Otaku Art, and this was actually created by someone named Soal or Soul, whatever his name is, and he quotes by saying, "The truth about Jiren's past and his incredible powers explained. This is BS. This is bullshit. And the fact that almost 2,000 people read into this and simply buying into this is complete BS. Now, I'm not going to go into any further detail as to what this says, but pretty much this article here hints and suggests that they figured out the source of Jiren's power when in fact we have no information as to where his power stems from, as to how powerful he truly is. He has not displayed that in the show, so I don't understand where people are getting this from. It's websites like this that tend to put out misinformation, so I hope you guys can just be level-headed enough when you see stuff like this. Just know that it's not true. If it was not depicted or mentioned or even briefly shown in the show, then I don't get how other people on websites like this can confirm that when in fact, you know, they themselves don't have any information as to what they're talking about. So Jiren's power, as of this recording, has not been revealed or showcased, in which this article suggests and hints that his power even rivals the angels, which is complete and utter ludicrous. It's just BS to the highest degree. So this, I mean, first of all, this website as a whole is complete nonsense, so just stay away from this website. When you see stuff like that, just move away. Now, of course, going into the next shot here, which is pretty obvious, it's as fake as ever, but I keep seeing this floating around, and a couple of people were saying, look, it's confirmed that Universe 6 is gone. So I'm not going to go on ahead and waste my time on this because it's pretty evident this is complete BS. It's fake, it's fan-made, but of course, could this happen? Who knows? It's Dragon Ball, anything is possible, but if you see this floating around, just remember that it is fake. As we transition into the next shot here, with another article stating Dragon Ball Super manga leak, the Grand Prix stops Beerus, which I don't even know what to say because this is just BS at the highest degree. It's almost as if like some people are reading into this without even having any sort of head meat upstairs to understand that this isn't going to happen. And first of all, I don't know if you guys can notice something in the background. Is that Beerus and Whis' fusion? Yeah, so just, you know, take all of this with just the notion of it's fake, and if you start seeing stuff like this, which is pretty funny, because it's like, why is the Grand Priest's shirt off? Why is he so ripped up? Why is Goku, you know, using Kaioken times 10? It's just funny to me how stupid this is, because again, unless you're under the age of 8 and have absolute no understanding of what Dragon Ball is or represents, then you would know that this is fake. So as we move on, we have ourselves a brand new supposed 2018 Dragon Ball poster for the upcoming film. This again is fake. I know the exact person who made this, and I would like to hope that they didn't put this out on purpose and misleading people and letting them know, hey, there's a new movie dropping, or at least information dropping on February 25th, 2018. Hopefully enough people don't buy into this. It's a really cool looking design, but let's be realistic. I've seen tons of posts on Instagram where people were saying, holy crap, we're gonna have a new movie on February 25th, or new information about a movie on February 25th. That's not the case at all. Trust me when I say, if there was any information about any sort of movie going, you know, debuting in February, everybody and their grandmothers would have been covering this by now. So just to let you guys know, this is not any sort of official poster or any you know, sort of official leak. This is fake. So as we transition from there, we have ourselves another image in which people actually seem to believe that Goku is going to tap back into this Ultra Instinct power, similar to how he fought Jiren with. And of course, the quote-unquote evidence to support this narrative is the little timestamp. Now, the timestamp can be manipulated and placed there by literally anybody. You can have your 4-year-old brother just hop on Paint and create any sort of timestamp. So as cool as this is, this has nothing to do with anything coming up for Super, and sadly enough, I've seen so many people actually send this to me, and I've actually cleared this up a couple of weeks ago, and I still see this being popped up, and people are saying, hey look, Goku's going back into that Ultra Instinct state, he's gonna transform and he's gonna kick the Omni King's butt. Like, what are you guys talking about, man? So as cool as this is, I'm not gonna front, it's fake. So anyone out there who believes otherwise, that's your confirmation. It has nothing to do with anything coming up. The only thing we know about coming up is basically episode 113 involving KALE, KAULIFLA, and Goku. And aside from that, that's pretty much it in terms of Goku having to transform any further than what he is now. And so it gets worse, actually, believe it or not, because as we transition into the following image, I've seen this float around of Android 17 and Android 18 having to fuse in Dragon Ball Super, which again, I cannot believe for the life of me that people are actually buying into this. You know, one of the reasons why? It's because the Dragon Ball Super logo is there, and of course, like, there's some fancy Japanese text, so people are often going to assume, well, if the logo's there, and if the text is there, and if some BS, you know, timestamp is there, then it has to be real. So Android 17 and Android 18 are not going to fuse. I don't know where people are getting this from, and huge thank you to all of you guys that sent this to me, and simply were asking questions as to if this was real. I don't know if you guys were trolling and legitimately asking if this was real, but to clarify, this is not real. This is absolutely fabricated BS, although this is something that you would see come from Dragon Ball Fusions in connection to Dragon Ball Super. There is no indication, there is no any sort of sign or clue that points to these two actually having to fuse. And believe it or not, I have tons of other things to show you, and if I were to do that, I would make this video about 3 hours long. So this is complete BS, and even going back to the whole Ultra Instinct Goku concept having to return, I've seen so many people actually buy into the idea that he's going to be re-debuting in that kind of transformed state really soon, with a headline that was created on Photoshop having to be spread around saying Dragon Ball Super episode 120 is when he's going to be returning and stuff. So it's crazy to me, and I've seen this floating around on Facebook, on Instagram, with people talking about, holy crap, Super Saiyan 4 type-esque, you know, Ultra Instant Goku confirmed. And again, it's like people are very gullible, and I'm just trying to show you guys a different perspective and pretty much clearing up some things involving Dragon Ball and misinformation, because I mean, if you really think about it, no matter who you are, you're never going to be able to stop misinformation, because to do that, you're gonna have to kill the internet. However, I am here just to simply clear up some stuff, because I really did not expect that a lot of people would ask me the same thing over and over, and asking me about this and that, when it's already as clear as day that it's fake. But most people out there, believe it or not, they think this is real. So for those of you who are smart, this is not for you, because obviously you guys are intelligent enough to figure this out for yourselves and saying, okay, well, we understand what's real and what's fake. However, for those that were curious or a bit confused or a bit gullible to the idea that everything they saw was real, in fact, I'm here to tell you that it was not. So hopefully enough, you will carry on throughout your day and just enjoy Dragon Ball like the rest of us, because we're not trying to put a sour taste in anyone's mouth or make someone upset about this, because for me at least, I'm just trying to at least just show you guys and help you guys out and letting you guys know that all of this you guys have just seen is fake, and it's not confirmed within the main narrative of Dragon Ball. So I hope you guys just take a second to understand. There are tons of other things that I could have shown you guys here today that would really make you upset, just how stupid it was. But the idea that I kept getting messages and just, you know, messages upon messages from different kinds of people asking me, oh man, check this out, what are your thoughts on that? While other people were saying, look, it's confirmed. So I had to take a second to go on ahead and clear things up just to let people know what's going on. Again, follow Herms, follow Yonko Productions, follow Ken Zyro. These guys are people that put things out before anybody else and letting you guys know translation information, putting out scans and whatnot. So it's essential. Also follow VJump Magazine and whatnot, Viz Media, for all your official sources, because those are the places that provide accurate information as opposed to Facebook websites or even Instagram accounts, which there are tons of them out there, you know, promoting this false narrative. So what more can you do aside from nuke the internet? And we all know that can't happen. So what more can you really do? And I want to go back and touch up on the Hit versus Jiren prospect and people still saying that Hit is around. It's been confirmed so many times in the show. I think I see that more so than anything else float around. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I really hate to break it to you, but Hit is not involved in the Tournament of Power anymore. That doesn't mean that he's not going to be involved in Super anymore, and we all know that Super's direction in terms of writing can be horrendous sometimes, but it's as clear as day that he's out and he's not coming back in. And having to disregard what we said about his clones, people take that as being, okay, well, maybe he was able to create a phantom of himself and he's still hidden somewhere. That's not the case at all. I've seen that float around. It's a really cool theory, but the thing about theories is if you have irrefutable factual evidence to support what's being said, then your theory has a chance of being correct. But if you're just going to simply go based off of what we said, especially when asked about what he was doing during that time and using time skip, I mean, people took that and they misconstrued it as saying, well, maybe he's still hidden somewhere. The possibility is there, but the literal chance of that happening is slim to none. So I hope you guys take the time to understand that. There is no 3 movies confirmed. Episodes 116 to 118 are not confirmed. I don't know where people are getting this from, so I hope you guys took a second to actually learn something here today and just to clarify some stuff going forward. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are new to the channel, I hope you guys consider subscribing. If you guys are also new, make sure to go ahead and turn on all notifications by clicking that bell icon to be notified of all latest in Dragon Ball. If you guys enjoyed, slap a like down below, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section, guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.